Okay, let's multiply the complex numbers. So we have 3 plus 7i, which is a complex number, and we're going to multiply it by another complex number, and that is 2 minus 5i. So I'm going to walk you through how to find the product of these two complex numbers step by step. It is easy, okay? Believe me when I tell you, you're going to be very happy by watching this video because some of you out there be like, complex numbers? You get caught up in that word complex. It must be complicated. Well, it doesn't have to be complicated. And what I need you to understand, and it's kind of a prerequisite skill set here, is how to multiply binomials. So something like this, x plus y times 2x minus, let's say, 8y, how you would multiply these two guys together. So if you are up on your algebra skills, okay, and you can apply, let's say, the FOIL method to multiplying these two guys, then you're going to, find multiplying complex numbers quite easy, okay? But complex numbers are absolutely essential. And if you can't do this problem, don't worry about it, okay? Just stick with me here. You're going to learn something, and I think you're going to walk away from this video quite happy. You're like, complex numbers? Yeah, I got that, I got that. Well, listen, this is just the multiplication of complex numbers. There's other topics you need to understand about complex numbers. You need to know how to find the conjugate of complex numbers. You need to know how to graph complex numbers, add, subtract complex numbers. So there's additional topics, and you can find more videos on complex numbers in my Algebra 2 playlist. But we're going to get to this problem in just 1 second. But first, let me quickly introduce myself. My name is John. I'm the founder of TabletClass Math. I'm also a middle and high school math teacher, and over several years I've constructed what I like to believe is one of the best online math help programs there is. Of course, I'll let you be the judge of that. If you're interested, you can find a link to my math help program in the description of this video. But basically, I have 100 plus different math courses. I have all the big courses like Algebra 2, Algebra 1, Geometry, Pre-Algebra. We're going to be launching pre-calculus here soon. Have other courses like college algebra, but I have a lot of specialty courses, especially for those of you out there who are studying for very important exams that you have to take, like the SAT, ACT, GED, or teacher certification exam, or the CLEP exam, or the AccuPlacer, or college placement exam. So a lot of people who are studying math outside of, let's say, taking a math course, let's say you're taking college algebra, and you need assistance, well, my program can help you out. But a lot of people are studying math to get through these very important exams. So I have very specific custom math test prep courses that can help you out. I also work with a lot of homeschoolers, those of you out there that are doing independent study. So I have full, complete curriculum. If you want to check out my homeschool system, um, in my program. So if you're interested in having you or your children take my courses, you can definitely do that. And then obviously, if you're struggling with some course that you're taking right now, let's say you're taking Algebra 2 and you just need more help outside the classroom, then my program can help you out. But if you want to really help yourself, okay, and this is the key to learning math, this is the foundation learning math, and that is notes. I call it my golden rule math, and I developed it over decades of teaching a subject. And basically, it goes like this. Those students who take great math notes almost always end up with excellent math grades. But those students who don't take math notes or take sloppy math notes, I mean, a lot of people will take, get their notebook out and they'll be like, they'll just write a bunch of scribble scrabble and be like, yeah, I'm taking notes. Look at me. I'm doing good. And then they go back and they look at their notes and their expression is something like, like what? What did I write down? Okay, that was me. Um, Way back in the good old days, I just, I was very sloppy and fast, and I'm like, yeah, you have to be structured and neat as you can in mathematics. Extremely important. You got to write stuff down. You got to take notes, and taking notes is in fact work. All right, there's effort involved, and it's a skill as well. You'll get better at it over time. And you'll want to get better at it because you see the benefit of taking notes. You'll see, wow, I'm learning. Things are going smoother. You know, at the end of the day, just believe me on this one. Take great notes. Start working towards improving. Okay, so you're not going to go from uh, being a sloppy note taker to an excellent note taker. It takes some time, but in the meantime, you need something to study from. So I offer detailed, comprehensive math notes to include pre-algebra, Algebra 1 geometry, Algebra 2 and trigonometry. You can find links to those notes in the description of this video as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and multiply these two complex numbers. So this is a complex number, and this is a complex number. Now, when you multiply two complex numbers in mathematics, there's something called closure. It's just a fancy word to say, listen, this is a complex number, this is a complex number, so the answer is also going to be a complex number. And complex numbers, let's just do a quick review, okay, of complex numbers. And I'm like not going to completely teach this because it would make this video too long, but you have complex and you have real numbers. So real numbers, right, are all those numbers on the number line. When we started learning, we were like in kindergarten and stuff, you have 0, 1, 2, you have all these little negative numbers over here like this. These are all the real numbers, okay? And pretty much you've been working with all the real numbers up until you've run into a situation like this. Take the square root of negative 16, right? So you're like, okay, the square root of negative 16, you've encountered this somewhere along the lines when you were trying to solve an equation like x squared is equal to negative 16. You're like, okay, I could take the square root of both sides, and now I got to just figure out what the square root of negative 16 is. So if you have your calculator handy, go ahead and plug in or try to figure out what the square root of negative 16 is. Okay, here's what's going to happen to your calculator. Your calculator is going to start smoking. It might start shaking. It's going to say, I don't like this, right? Like, what are you trying to do? You're trying to hurt me? No. In actuality, your calculator is really thinking in real numbers. Now, more sophisticated calculators can figure this out, but basically, this is a complex number because the square root of negative 16 is what? What's the square root of 16? All right, let's just go there, right? Well, the square root of 16 is 4 times 4. Positive 4 times positive 4 gets me back to 16. And negative 4 times negative 4 also gets me back to positive 16. So the square root of 16, a positive 16 is plus or minus 4, okay? Plus or minus 4. So some of you would have instinctively been, oh, the square root of negative 16, it must be negative 4. Wrong answer, okay? That's not the answer. So to figure this out, we need complex numbers. So complex numbers, the set of complex numbers, the real numbers are actually inside the complex numbers, and it has to deal with this little I symbol and the square root of negative 1, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So you should have a pretty good understanding of this, all right? If you're looking at this video, how to multiply, if you're interested in how to multiply complex numbers, then you need to understand this, and you need to understand why we need complex numbers in mathematics. If this is a little bit, if you're like, wow, I didn't know this, don't panic. Stick with me to the rest of this video, but go back to some of my additional videos, probably my Algebra 2 playlist on complex numbers. Of course, if you really want to master this stuff, check out like my Algebra 2 course or my college algebra course. I really get into complex numbers. But with that being said, I want to kind of set the table here for why we need complex numbers. You cannot solve equations like this, all right, x squared is equal to negative 16, without complex numbers, right? Very important. And as you transition from, like, say, Algebra 1 into more advanced mathematics, Algebra 2 and beyond, you got to be really good with these guys. So let's get into complex numbers. And we're going to multiply this question here. So the one that I had in my original problem here, right? So we have 3 plus 7i and multiplied by 2 minus 5i. So notice that these complex numbers are in the form of a plus bi. So this we would call the real component, and this is the imaginary component of the complex number. So all complex numbers have this form to them. Okay, so this is the real part, the imaginary part, the entire thing is considered a complex number. And what we're going to do is essentially use the FOIL method. Okay, you remember the FOIL method in algebra, your basic algebra. If you need a review on this, check out the FOIL method in my Algebra 1 playlist. But basically, it's, again, you need to know how to like do basic multiplication of something like this, x minus y, okay? Just two binomials, right? So the FOIL method, remember, is first outer, inner, last. So let's just do this one real quick. A plus b times x minus y. So the first is a times x, right? First, that's the first. Outer would be, these guys would be the outers, right? So a plus negative ay, for example. And then inners, these are the inners, plus bx. And then the last, these guys are the last, that would be minus by. Then we would clean this up by combining like terms, etc., etc. Okay, so hopefully, if you're looking at this video, how do you multiply complex numbers? Then you should be at the level of math where this is review. And if it's not review, don't panic. Check out my other videos. I have tons of videos on my channel. By the way, if you're liking this video so far, please consider smashing that like button and subscribing. But after this video, go in and check out my videos on multiplications of binomial, right? Two binomials. We're using the FOIL method and other methods and whatnot, but the FOIL method is what people typically remember. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into the problem. And we're going to use, again, the FOIL method, all right? So we'll start off with the first. So this will be the first. So 3 times 2 is 6. All right, that's pretty easy. So let's do the outer. So that's going to be 3 times negative 5i. So that's just going to be a negative 15. Let me write that a little bit neater. Negative 15i. Okay, no big deal. Then we'll do the inner. So that's going to be 7i times 2. So it'll be plus 14i. Okay, and then we'll do the last. 7i times negative 5i. Okay, so let's just look at this one here real quick because this might confuse some of you. 7i be multiplied by negative 5i is negative 35. Okay, we're multiplying these numbers here. I squared. Okay, negative 35i squared. Okay, we're not done yet. We got a lot of little cleanup work here to do. So now we're going to go ahead and combine like terms. So this negative 15i and 14i, we can combine because they both have i's in them. So just think back with your basic algebra, combining like terms. So this would be 6 minus I, okay, minus 35i squared. All right, so negative 15i plus 14i is a negative 1i. All right, so we're getting there, okay, but we're not done yet. So at this point, we got to address this negative 35i squared business. Negative 35i squared. So in order to figure out this I squared part, this is what is, might be confusing to some of you out there. We first need to know what I is equal to. So I, by definition, this imaginary component, is equal to the square root of negative 1. Okay, so what do you think I squared is equal to? Well, I'm going to square both sides. If I want I squared, I square this side and I square this side. So I squared is equal to negative 1. Okay, so I squared is negative 1. So what we're going to do is go 6 minus I minus 35 times a negative 1 right there for I squared. Okay, so I squared is a negative 1. And we've got to be very careful with all these positive, negative numbers going on here. So now I have 6 minus I. Now, negative 35 times a negative 1 will be positive 35. Okay? Now, remember, we're going to write our final answer as a plus bi. So the product of two complex numbers is, in fact, a complex number. So we have to get the real component first and the imaginary component last. So we have 6 and 35, which is, if my math is pretty good today, 41 minus I. And that is it. 41 minus I, that is the product of those two complex numbers. And if you're doing this problem with me and you just tested yourself and you got it right, definitely give yourself a smiley face, an A plus, a 100%, and maybe a couple little extra stars just for good order, because it's awesome getting those things on our paper. I'll tell you, it just means so much. Believe me, no math teacher likes to give big F's and D's. I hate doing that, right? But Yeah, everybody likes getting this kind of stuff on their math work. And if you were able to do this problem and understood everything, understood the importance of complex numbers, then you're doing awesome in mathematics. You got to keep it up. So, anyways, just a quick review on how to multiply two complex numbers. Again, this is just one of the topics on complex numbers. There's other things you need to be studying and understanding. But, again, we're going to take it one skill set at a time. All right. So now, if this video helps you out, you feel like, oh, wow, okay, now I can do my homework or now I'm ready for my test. Please, again, consider smashing that like button. That would help me out. And if you're new to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. Been on YouTube for a long time. I have hundreds of videos all there for you from basic to advanced, organized in various playlists on my main channel. But my best help will always be in my math help program. All right, so with that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your mathematics adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.